Welcome to the Lynn Lineup, a program which focuses on events happening right here in the city of Lynn. And here with me from the ISD Public Health Department, we have Karen Carroll, Program Director of the Prevention Wellness Trust Fund. Did I say that right?
You did. Very good, Sean.
So we're here today to talk about your event. It's the Smoking Cessation Class. It's set to start September 10th. You can jump onto the City of Lynn website to find out more on how to sign up. This will run from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. For 8 weeks. It will be held at Elhan, 10 Church Street, Lynn, Massachusetts. And if you make it through 5 classes, you get a $25 gift card.
That's
right. Which is a really cool thing. You'll also be able to speak with Laura Stone, a psychologist and a doctor who specializes in this, and you'll learn about strategic planning for quitting smoking, or at least trying to cut the habit down a little bit. And then we'll talk a little bit about NRT samples. I have no clue what that is, but before we get too much into the course, I want to talk to you, who you are, what you do down there at Public Health.
Sure. Thanks, Sean. Thanks for having me back. I'm Karen Carroll. I'm the Program Director for the Prevention Wellness Trust Fund. And the City of Lynn is the host agent for this grant. We're one of 9 recipients throughout the state. And it focuses on chronic diseases that are largely preventable. So one of the 4 chronic diseases we've chosen here in Lynn to really focus on is, tobacco and tobacco cessation. So the City of Lynn, the Lynn Housing Authority adopted a smoke-free housing policy a year ago. And they made a commitment, or the team made a commitment at the time, to assist all residents in complying with that policy. So when we went live in November, we had a lot of support on site at Elhan. We've had a drop-in table through the winter for people to come down, get resources. We had a trained specialist available who work also at Lynn Community Health Center, who could help connect folks to their providers and nicotine replacements and other therapies, or refer them to the Quit line. So we have a number of things in place, and now we started this spring offering cessation classes that really help people take that next step, who are ready to continue either reducing the amount of nicotine and smoking or stop altogether. So as you said, Dr. Laura Stone runs those classes, and she's fantastic and has great energy and helps people meet their own goals, set their own goals, and then work through the program and the course to measure how well they're doing and how things are going, and eventually hopefully quit if they want to.
What's really great is that there is a lot of different organizations collaborating on this effort here, and just the stigma behind tobacco today does a good job at deterring people from using it, but people still decide to use it. So I just want to ask you, what's the big idea behind this? Obviously, tobacco kills, and we want to try to let people live longer. But what's the overall goal? I mean, outside of quality of life, why do it?
Absolutely. I mean, quality of life, also secondhand smoke is a big issue. One of our other diseases we work on in this grant is pediatric asthma. So if these kids are around smokers, that secondhand smoke is a huge trigger for them. So it's not only the person we want to help improve their health, but it's the people and pets around that person who we know are affected by secondhand smoke significantly. So it's a good program. We know it's hard to quit. That's part of why we have experts like Dr. Stone, who quit smoking herself several years ago. She understands how difficult this is. Lynn overall has a higher than the state average rate of smoking. So the Lynn rate of smokers is about 21% of the population are smokers. The state average is closer to 16%. So we want to see that at least come down in line with the state average, and we're concerned about that number here in Lynn. So it's just an overall outreach to help people be healthier, live healthier lives, and do the things that they want to do.
20% of the people in Lynn are tobacco users. And I mean, we were talking a little bit before the program. I was an avid tobacco user. Today I use the nicotine lozenges, if I'm saying that right. It's one of those funky words. But these, the transition was a lot easier than I thought it was. I was a smoker for a point of time, and quitting smoking was way more difficult than quitting chewing tobacco. Just that habit. using cigarettes maybe 10, 12 times a day, using chewing tobacco like about half that time, but you're still getting the same amount of nicotine. It was really, it's really difficult, but the transition, if you start to do it, like the next step is easier, like you're already in workout mode type of way. So that's kind of what allowed me to do it. But what
you should come to our class and help encourage the others on, Sean. That's great.
I could, yeah. Well, I still use the nicotine supplement, but I haven't dipped or used tobacco since Halloween, which was my quit date. Good. So that was very important to pick a quit date. But what helped me was knowing what was happening day one, quitting smoking, day two, 3 weeks after it quit. And having those goals set and having that type of like ideal was like, oh, this is really cool. All right, now I'm here. I've got no more nicotine in my body.
That's right.
I don't know what it means, but I've done it, and everything's under your belt.
That's right. So
you
maybe
get some
that
tools
leads
and
us
tricks
to
and
the
toys
next.
here.
That's exactly what Dr. Stone does in the class. And I should say we do offer an ongoing class at the Lynn Community Health Center as well. So if you are a patient of the Lynn Community Health Center, you can speak to your provider there. We encourage people to speak to their providers regardless of where they go for medical care if they're interested in quitting. This is we call it a smokerlizer, and what it does is it measures the carbon monoxide in your blood. And carbon monoxide is a poisonous gas that you inhale or take in when you are a smoker and somewhat from the environment, but we want to see that level very low, and I'll show you the chart in a minute, and if you'll agree to be our guinea pig, we'll have you, and so we do this at the beginning, the start of each class, and smokers can see if they reduce their cigarettes, even cut out 2 or 3 cigarettes in the week, they'll see from Saturday morning to Saturday morning, they'll see an improvement on this chart. They'll see their numbers drop. So there is an instant or pretty instant effect of not smoking. So you're just going to take a breath and slowly blow out for 15 seconds. And this is just measuring the carbon monoxide for Sean. And then we're going to show you. Okay, so it beeped, and he has a score of 1. So that's excellent, a 1.11, and I'm going to show you on the scale how that works. So that's great.
How did I get that carbon in me?
Well, that tiny bit of carbon monoxide is in the air in general, and so that's okay. You're down here in this range up to, in this lower range of 1.59. So above this, up to 5.5, these would be our heavier smokers up here. And we really want to see people week to week, if they can, reduce the nicotine and therefore the carbon monoxide in their bodies and slowly bring their number down into this safe green zone. So Laura does this every day at the start of the class, and the other class participants encourage one another, sometimes even cheer as they see these results. And it's really exciting for participants.
That teamsmanship's got to do a lot for the people who are participating. And you picked a great day. It's Saturdays. It's set to happen September 10th, 10 a.m. start. It's at El Hand. It runs for 8 weeks. Come on down. It's going to be a great event for you guys. If you're looking to quit smoking, or if you're looking to at least develop a plan or get an idea of what it takes to do it, they can help you down there at ISD's Public Health Department. I want to say thank you to my guest, Karen Carroll, Program Director of the Prevention Wellness Trust Fund. We're here talking about the Lynn Public Health Smoking Cessation Class, and it's set to happen September 10th, 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. Runs 8 weeks. It's held at El Hand on Saturdays. You can reach out to Public Health at cityoflynn.net, and there's also a course that they've got going on that's ongoing if you'd like to jump on board today. So that's it for the Lynn lineup, guys. Thanks for tuning in, and I want to say thank you to my guests. I want to say thank you to my staff here working to produce the show. Thank you to Nana. And thank you to you, the viewership. That's it for the program. From the studio here at LCTV, I'm Sharon Donahue, wishing you all the best.